right now, welcome Dow Thomas.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Dow is playing Wiley's.
In the morning. I got out of the wrong side of the casket this morning.
And you
I'm
said
playing Wiley's, and I just left him like 5:30. We were up joking around.
Now, what do you guys do until 5:30? Because we always say this. We can tell when Wiley's been up all night because he leaves the neon lights on.
Oh, it's just telling the old stories, about the place, and we talk about you a lot.
Right.
I sit there and I prepare for this show. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You guys aren't buying any of this. Right?
Yeah. You're going to do us some Christmas carols, put us in the spirit?
Yeah.
I'm not in. It's like going to be 50 degrees today.
Yeah, but I'm from Florida.
Oh, okay, all right.
My nipples have snapped off. I've got them in my pockets. I was swimming, just last week. I'm playing St. Pete Beach next week, and I can't wait.
Oh, good. Well, welcome to town. I mean, you used to call this home. Now you can't wait to get out of it.
Now I'm a wuss.
No. But you look tan. Do you have any tan lines you want to talk about?
Tan lines?
No.
I don't know. I better not mention them.
You don't have the top hat on today. You could look like a chimney sweep. You're always wearing black.
Yeah, I always wear my top hat and tails on stage and stuff. Well, I dress like a villain because, people expect less of you. You don't have to, when you look like the illegitimate child of Willy Wonka and Mr. Hyde, nobody really asks you to watch their kids, so I got that going for me. I don't have to watch anybody's kids. And nobody asked me to move can you help us move into our new neighborhood? No, that never happened.
The guy in the top hat's moving in.
That's right. There's a disgruntled chimney sweep across the damn street.
Dow's got his banjo out. You're going to do a little...
Oh, yeah, a little banjo-by? Yeah,
banjo-by.
Nice.
All right.
Let's make everybody drive real fast. Dogger, here we go. Too hyper, isn't it? Too many damn notes come out of these. It's like the bagpipes of the string family. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Yeah, boy. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You never keep me down. See, it just sucks. You can't rock out on the banjo. No. It's just too hyper, isn't it? Yeah. That's all you can do with a banjo, is play it 90 miles an hour. They should have these at funerals, I think. Make them get over real quick. Lighten them up a little bit. Ladies, grab your hankies. You'll find them in your purse. Men, grab a handle and throw that casket in the hearse. People are like, oh, my God. That was the funnest funeral ever. That man knows how to put the fun back in funerals. We had a blast. But you can't rock out on the banjo. You aren't going to find a guy on MTV whipping out lead lines, Imagine that you go to Tennessee and somebody goes, we'd like the good old Led Zeppelin number for you right now. You need coolin', baby, I ain't a foolin'. I'm gonna send you back to schoolin'. Way down inside, honey, yeah. I'm gonna give you my love. I'm gonna give you my love. Want a whole lot of 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 love. Imagine that, you go to Tennessee and somebody like, hey, cow, you know the way you moo. You want to make me milk you till your teeth turn blue, blue, blue.
Oh, man. God, I got a headache.
Terrible, isn't it?
You're making my head hurt.
I know.
I'm not allowed to do that.
Rock and roll banjo.
Oh, that's great.
Here's a little Caribbean bluegrass.
Okay.
I can't smoke tobacco. Now I'm going wacko, smoking pot. Don't cause no cancer. Might be the answer, smoking pot. Banana munchies, they come to me, and I eat everything I see. Cheese whiz on my Oreos, tuna fish with my Cheerios. Pass the tum-tum-tum-tums. Pass the tum-tum-tum-tums. Well, you want a little cow tipping number here?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I got a friend that likes to drink while he drives. He's so disgruntled his coworkers often fear for their lives. He's been going to those shows with the guns and knives, and he's been wearing lots of camouflage of late. Well, he always wins a bar fight because he wears a cup. He likes to go out in the country just to blow things up. He said he bought himself a brand new pit bull pup, and he wants to get drunk and celebrate. And then we went out cow tipping. Well, I never done that before. We went out cow tipping. Well, I don't want to do that no more. I mean, me a city boy out in a field at night on the prowl for a cow that's a-sleeping upright. Well, we hurled that heifer over with all of our might, and milk squirted in my eyes. We were bovine abusers, now on the run. I slipped on a cow patty, nearly busted my bun. I said, this ain't exactly my idea, having fun. He said, wait, I got another surprise. And then we went out chicken kicking. Never done that before. We went out chicken kicking. Well, I don't want to do that no more. Well, you know, a chicken's just a clucking and pecking little runt. You got legs like tees, so you can give him a punt, or you can drop kick the sucker quite a distance out front. Whoompa-guy, and the feathers all fly. Now a farmer shot at us, and we were chased by his mutts, and as we ran to the van, I said, this is nuts. You take me home now, no ifs, ands, or buts. He says, there's just one more thing I want to try. So we went out moose goosing. I never done that before. We went out moose goosing. Well, I don't want to do that no more. Well, you know, out in the forest where the moose run loose, I guess you sneak up to Bullwinkle and you poke his caboose. I vamoosed through the spruce to avoid this abuse, and the high comb was a long, rugged trail. A bruised tailbone and a hangover is all I got. Next time my buddy calls up and says he's hot to trot, I'm gonna tell him we were lucky that we didn't get caught, because they play a different game there in jail. They call it hippie humping. Never done that before. Call it hippie humping. Hey, my hippie butt's already too sore. I don't go drinking with my buddies no more.
Oh man, that's good. I like that one.
My earphones fall off. That's good.
That sounds that could be Sydney's theme song. We're gonna vote on it. The city council is convening right now to vote. That's great. Let's go down to the alcove and eat on paper plates. We'll vote on this right now. You do a fine Neil Young and Bob Dylan, if I remember.
Yeah. Oh, you want to hear a quickie?
Sure.
This is a Neil Young. I should do that. This is the song this is what I do for driving in Florida. This
Okay.
is Neil Young about driving in Florida. Old man driving down the side of the road with his left turn signal on. It's been blinking for an hour or so, so you know his brain is gone. Sparks are flying off the pavement at night because his seatbelt's hanging out. You pull up beside him and know what a sight. He's got a finger crammed up his snout. Don't let it bring you down. Although your stomach's churning, the light will soon be turning, so you can get around. Want to hear my Dayton one?
Yeah.
Okay, I always write these about. Neil Young's fun to write about every place you go. Here's Dayton's. Old man standing on the side of the road with the flowers in his hand. Dry throat croaking out words like a toad that you just can't understand. You try to ignore him and you stare at the light, but he really starts to shout. And then you look over and know what a sight. He flicks his false teeth in and out. Don't let it bring you down. Although your stomach's churning, the light will soon be turning, so you can get around. Yeah, that's there.
On Whitman Drive, down over here on Kiwi, you pull up to the light.
I just realized how high that song was for me this morning. I'm like reaching in my pocket and squeezing them suckers. You know what I mean? Just trying to get my voice up.
This guy selling the flowers, I agree. It's like, when is the light going to change?
It's the longest. I see that blue bucket, and it's the summertime. You try to roll up your window so his teeth won't come in the car, things like that. That guy,
those guys.
I'm like, I don't want
want your diseased plants. Stay away from my car.
They have no sense of humor.
I'm trying to get on 35, that's all.
One morning, we sat up across the street and sold flowers at half price. They did not like that. They did not think that was funny at all.
I saw one of the guys, let's just call him Junior. I was down there at corner of Smithville and Linden. This guy actually was eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and he took his teeth out and started, licking them.
Oh, no!
Oh, man, I almost, kind of hooved on the old windshield there. I was like, oh, my God. Then you can't think,
Wow. They actually charge extra for witnessing the grooming, don't they?
Oh, yeah, I think so. I didn't know that. I got away without the cover charge.
You're lucky.
He threw it in as a freebie.
Well, you consider yourself lucky, young man.
And I do. I count my blessings.
Can you do us one more?
One more.
One more, man. That's probably...
Well, let's see here. Let me. Oh, I know. Here's a nice little quickie. This is. Remember the wassailing song?
Oh yeah, sure.
This is my little. He grabs a jar of Vaseline, puts on a rubber glove. He tells me to bend over and up his fingers shove. It's a prostate exam. You don't know how sore I am, and I'm glad that my checkup comes but once a year when I pay some guy to stick it in my rear.
There you go. That is it.
That was right? The end. Get a little behind in my humor now. I don't mean to make you the butt of my jokes.
Hey, have a great holiday season.
Hey, thank you very much. Thanks for having me over.
And you're in town and out back to the sunshine.
You bet.
Great. See it all weekend. Dow Thomas with Scott Huffman at Wiley's, 854 at TUE.
A lot of people come down and visit you when you're in Florida, and so I thought I'd do a little number here. It's a little mishap song. Invited a girl down for the weekend. Told her she'd be wined and dined. She brought her mother along. She was the size of King Kong. The first thing that went through my mind, I got to feed her. In the morning, feed her all through the night. Feed her. This ugly Sasquatch, man, she had an appetite. It's a true story. Everywhere we went, she was hungry. They took her fork away and gave her a trowel. And it wasn't an hour later from the time I paid the waiter that the belly of the beast would start to growl. I got to feed her in the morning and feed her all through the night. Feed her. Bigfoot's got a tapeworm. She's eating everything inside. Well, she might as well have eaten my wallet. I never got a daughter in the sack. At night her passions would run deep, but then her mother couldn't sleep until I took her out to get a midnight snack. I got to feed her in the morning and feed her all through the night. Feed her. Mongo's got the munchies. She's such a walking parasite. She's eating everything in sight. Man, she's got an appetite.
All right, Dow Thomas.
Yeah.
What do you call that one? Feeder?
Yeah.
I've got a request for you. Since it is morning drive, and you got to do the moron song for us.
Oh, okay.
That's a moron.
Well, I haven't done that in a while.
Okay.
You're playing Stump the Hippie now.
We had some tuba guys in here earlier.
Yeah. When the guy with no brain cuts you off in your lane, that's a moron. 15 miles he has gone with his darn blinker on, that's a moron. Now his door is ajar and his seatbelt's hanging out, making sparks in the pavement as he drives about. Hey, roll down your window, stick your head out and shout, that's a moron. He slows down so you pass, now he's riding your cuckoo, that's a moron.
You can say the word.
He's accident prone, he's on his cellular phone, that's a moron. At a red light, you stop, his tires squeal and careen. Then he lays on the horn just as the light turns to green. Flip him the bird and shout something obscene. That's a moron.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I work work in a state prison, and I run the electric chair. If you're in here for murder, I'm the dude that's gonna singe your hair. Some people don't like my electric chair, but I think it's the most. It can warm up your coffee, it can fry an egg, and it sure makes damn good toast. And the job ain't too hard, and the hours ain't too long. Well, I kill people who kill people to show the killing people's wrong. Someone cooking in the jailhouse, somebody frying tonight. Hey, it smells pretty good. Who is it? Somebody who didn't do right. Oh, I mean they didn't do right. First time you come in to see me, you'll notice that I always take special care. Clean up any kind of telltale ashes. Hell, I even got slip covers on my chair. And the meanest man in the prison, he walks in as meek as a mouse. He'll stand and stare at my sign above the chair. You can be sure if it's Westinghouse. I'm telling you, the job ain't too hard, and the hours ain't too long. You see, I kill people who kill people to show the killing people's wrong. Someone cooking in the jailhouse, somebody frying tonight. Smells pretty good. Who is it? Somebody who didn't do right. Oh, I mean, he didn't do right. Instrumental. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. No, I had to put the tack on the electric chair. That wasn't very nice. Here's a card that says more power to you. That's sick, too, isn't it, Warden? Damn. Hot damn. Hook up them jumper cables. He's still just a wriggling around. Chaplain comes in with a convict, and he asks me to serve him up hot. Well, the job ain't hard to execute, but I sure do charge a lot. He says, Chaplain, I need you to vouch for me so I can get into the promised land. When the dude over there throws a switch on the chair, won't you kindly hold my hand? I'm telling you, the job ain't too hard, and the hours ain't too long. You see, I kill people who kill people to show the killing people's wrong. Someone cooking in the jailhouse, somebody frying tonight. Smells pretty good. Who is it? Somebody who didn't do right. Oh, I mean they didn't do right. Well, we got a midget this time. We're going to need a booster chair. Say, you're a short order cook now, huh? Is that what you call a small fry? No. He stuck his tongue out. That makes him a French fry. One midget, medium rare, hold the mail, hot crust buns, fried shrimp.
That's good. Uncle Dow, he's playing Wiley's this weekend. 224 joke.
We can run a little overtime.
Sure.
So I can go on ridiculously long.
All hell can break loose, basically.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Then we can all go down to the tumbleweed and make jokes about bikers. Get into fights. You know, something fun after the show. Just hang out with the comics. That's always good. Let's hang out with Uncle Dow. Let's walk around with a guy that's dressed like a disgruntled chimney sweep. See if we can pick a fight with somebody.
It is a stylish hat, though, man. I mean, not a lot of people can pull off that hat, but you can. It looks great on you.
I look good in a top hat.
Yeah.
Well, I look bad in a top hat, but who doesn't?
Now, my head's way too round and bald for a top hat, man. But you got the hair coming out of it. It's just a perfect look for you.
I got the Mr. Hyde kind of.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I can see that.
Little Willy Wonka.
We'll go with Willy Wonka, Mr. Hyde. Sure beats Jack the Ripper, I guess. So we'll go with those.
Yeah. Jack the Ripper. There's Jack the Ripper's stuntman. There's Elvira's pimp is in town.
And nobody's going to ask you to walk him to the car tonight, that's for sure. After the Jack the Ripper thing.
Last night I walked a lady to the car.
That's
He
kind of
felt pretty safe.
That's full service comedy club right there.
I was trying to picture you in a top hat, Tony.
It wouldn't work. It
Well,
just
to me, if you added a monocle, you look like the Monopoly.
Yeah, he does. I think he looks like he's advancing to go.
Get out of jail card's what Tony needs.
That's sometimes, yeah. Well, you got the guitar, man, and you're known for great.
Well, let me
great
do
songs.
a few. I'm from Florida now.
Right.
Now,
not
about
not
13
formally.
years down there, so they have different carols down there.
Really?
It's a little different in Florida because
not aware.
it's warm.
Yeah.
I left, it was 85 degrees when I
Wow.
left, and of course my nipples snapped off as soon as I hit the tarmac here. But here's a few Florida carols, and then cold, snowy nights. The folks up north are freezing. I ought to know it's the place of my birth. You have to go outside while you're coughing, phlegm, and sneezing, and dig a hole to the coldest car on earth. You scrape your windows and use your lock de-ice, or you step back on a snow shovel and the handle slaps your crotch, and you fall to your knees, and you hear the angel voices saying, move south, the weather's fine. Oh, just move south where it stays reasonably warm. Though lightning may strike you, or maybe you'll die in a hurricane storm. See, all my carols are kind of cheerful. I like, yeah, here's a... Go rest that hairy gentleman, that fat man on the beach. He knows it's wrong to wear a thong, his butt is not a peach. And save us all from flab that falls over bird legs white and bleached. Hope the tide comes in and drowns that nasty old boy, nasty old boy. Hope the tide comes in and drowns that nasty old boy. My wife wants fat taken from her rump, 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 and injected in her lips to make them more plump, 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 plump. The doctor, he sucks out each fatty clump, 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 with his handy liposuction pump, 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 rum, pump, 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 rum, pump, pump, pump. Now when I kiss her lips so plump, 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 I'm really kissing her rump, 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 rump. Anyway, we ruin all the carols. Guys.
I didn't realize they did that down south. That's clever.
Yeah,
man.
we actually do caroling. We make little, Sandman. I grew up in the Akron area, and they had all these rubber factories. We'd go out and make soot angels in the morning, little smog men and stuff,
Uncle Dow Thomas is our guest. He's at Wiley's Comedy Club tonight and tomorrow night and Sunday. You can call 224-JOKE if you want to make some reservations. And I didn't realize Akron. I knew you lived in Dayton a lot, but I didn't realize you were from...
Yeah, that's originally where I'm from. I had no family in Dayton. I came down here to go to Wright State University. Okay. I was a theater major there. And was in a lot of plays and stuff, and I realized there was no money in it.
Yeah.
And then I realized there was no money in comedy, and I've stuck with that. So I'm a complete idiot. I did. I tried to get into Frigidaire. I wanted to be a Frigibriar. I wanted to be a Briar when I grew up.
Right.
Really, that was my ambition. If I could just hang shocks and if I could just be a mill rat at GM, that was my whole thing. But instead, I went the silly route.
Right.
You want another little
Yeah, we'll do another one, then we'll take a little bit of a break and come back, and we'll talk a little bit more.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. You have to call the shots.
You're fine. You're fine.
All right, let's do this one. Just hear those spurs go jingling, ting, ting, tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather to be tied up in leather with you. I'm feeling kinky, put on something slinky, won't you? Come on, it's lovely weather to be tied up in leather with you. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go. Let's put on a show. I'll ride you like a horsey in a rodeo. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, it's grand, just hurting your hand. I'll choose a pair of thumb screws for a pain that you just can't stand. Now you can't scream because you're biting on a rubber ball as you're hanging from the chains here on my dungeon wall. For your back a stretching rack, you beg for me to stop, but I won't until I hear your spine go pop. Pop, pop, pop. There's an Iron Maiden that's heavy laden with studs and spikes. There's an outfit that I bought that every sadist likes. Picture yourself in a tight black suit with a whip there in your hand. You'll be seen, maybe as the most mean dominatrix in all the land. Now on the floor you're crawling and now you're bawling boo-hoo. Come on, it's lovely weather to be tied up in leather with you. Just hear those spurs go jingling, ting, ting, tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather, it's lovely weather, it's lovely weather, it's lovely weather to be tied up in leather with you. There we go. Tony, it's so nice to be in the studio and actually have somebody sincerely laughing at me. Usually the guys put it on. But no, you actually sit there.
That's funny, man. That's good. Ooh, it's Uncle Dow Thomas. He's at Wiley's. You can get that live all night. 224-JOKE to make reservations. And what do we got, Rob?
Well, for the late show, the 10:30 show on Saturday, and as Dow was saying, sometimes that can be the best show because there's nothing to stop him from just going all
no
night.
clock that says to
We'll do
stop.
it for just a short while. Do a little 2-for-1 for all the WTUE listeners. You
For the
gotta
late
mention-
show tomorrow night.
Yeah, you got to mention 10:30 show only, but you got to mention TUE when you make that reservation.
And it's 224-JOKE, and the phones are manned currently. It's Uncle Dow Thomas. We're going to talk some more, play some more for you. Play a little bit more for us in a minute. Yeah, great.
I mean, I just take the melodies from these Christmas songs and I just put in anything that fits.
Sure.
Because I don't, nobody knows. Oh, Frosty the Snowman was a very way. Oh, Frosty the Snowman. Well, you don't know the words. Nobody knows the words to these things. So I just put in things like, oh, little town of Beaver Creek, I still can see your farms. When I insult you, your people do just all get up in arms. 'Cause they're proud of their city and the wealth each one acquires. Still beneath that bright Kmart light, they're all just stupid briars. You can remember those words, see? So people, puts me in the season.
Again, semi-automatic weapons not allowed in the building. He's playing Wiley's all weekend. It's Dow Thomas for reservations. It's 224-JOKE. Back with more. It's the TUE Morning Show.
Well, let's do some stupid stuff. Oh, all songs. It sounds like a country station all of a sudden. All country songs start like that. And the end. Where you stick your front teeth out and stop line dancing.
I must say that, man. My son used a great line the other day, made me laugh. We saw some basketball player on television. He goes, that kid, he looks like he could eat corn on the cob through a picket fence. I thought, that's a good line. I got to give him the high five on that one.
Line there, buddy. Oh, my. Well, let me get warmed up here and wake up. Wake up again. I am a chimney sweep with a top hat on my head. Now clean your chimney cheap, unless it's something dead. I found an old white bearded man in a red Kris Kringle suit. He must have got drunk and fell kerplunk and jammed up the chimney chute. Oh, Kringle smells, Kris Kringle's passed away. He's stuck inside the chimney and his body's in decay. Oh, Kringle smells, Kris Kringle's passed away. Oh, what a job for a chimney sweep to cart that corpse away. Isn't that nice? Let's just roll into another one here. Roll me a doobie. This Christmas time is such a pain in the neck again. Time with my family is making me a schizoid, nervous wreck again now. Oh, I need a little Prozac right this very minute, or a batch of cookies with marijuana in it. Oh, I need a little Prozac right this very minute. I need a little Prozac now. Just hear those spurs go jingling, ting, ting, tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather to be tied up in leather with you. I'm feeling kinky, but on something slinky, won't you? Come on, it's lovely weather to be tied up in leather with you. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go. Let's put on a show. I'll ride you like a horsey in a rodeo. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, it's grand. Just hurting your head. I'll choose a pair of thumb screws for a pain that you just can't stand. No, you can't scream because you're biting on a rubber ball as you're hanging from the chains here on my dungeon wall. And for your back a stretching rack, and you'll beg for me to stop, but I won't until I hear your spine go pop. Pop, pop, pop. As an Iron Maiden that's heavy laden with studs and spikes. There's an outfit that I bought that every sadist likes. Hey, picture yourself in a tight black suit with a whip there in your hand. You'll be seen maybe as the most mean dominatrix in all the land. Now on the floor you're crawling and now you're bawling boo-hoo. Come on, it's lovely weather to be tied up in leather with you. Just hear those spurs go jingling and ting-ting-tingling too. Come on, it's lovely weather. It's lovely weather. It's lovely weather to be tied up in leather with you.
There you go.
Right.
Dow Thomas playing Wiley's this weekend in a Christmas medley that mentions death, drugs, and sex.
Turn it up on the school buses, everyone.
I saw him over there keeping the score. He's like, that's a sex one. There's a drug one. What else does this man think about?